Welcome back to Clark's Ring Rants. Let's get straight into today's video. So Conor Benn won. He beat Regis Prograis over 12 round, not even 12 rounder, it was a 10 rounder, weren't it? Over 10 round unanimous decision, but it weren't convincing, were it? I mean, they had to drag up a super lightweight. He's been up at middleweight. They still went the distance. Let's talk about it. Just before we go any further, if you could do me a massive favour, drop a like on this video. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're not already subscribed, for God knows whatever reason, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're pushing now, trying to get to 100 subscribers as soon as possible. All your support's appreciated. Love you all. Back into the video. So, Eggs Benedict came into this fight off the back of that win against the corpse of Chris Eubank Jr. last November at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was once again fighting in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium today. And this time he took on Regis Prograis, a career super lightweight who'd never fought above 140 pounds, a 37-year-old, a two-time world champion, let's not forget, but someone coming towards the tail end of his career who was very undersized in there. And him and Conor Benn, they had a decent little scrap. It went the distance. Conor Benn was the clear winner. He won fair and square. He did a lot more effective work. I thought he targeted the body of Regis Prograis really well, but he was there to be hit. He got tagged with plenty of left hands in there. Regis Prograis did some decent work to the body, but Conor Benn was always going to win this fight. I thought he'd just be too youthful, too big, too powerful, and it wasn't a case of him outskilling Regis Prograis in there. I thought a culmination of all those factors I've just mentioned would prove to be too much for an aging fighter coming up in weight like Regis Prograis. And that, pretty much like the Fury and Makhmudov fight, it proved to be the case. And I feel my prediction was pretty spot on for this one. Much similar to Fury and Makhmudov, this fight wasn't a classic. I thought this is going the distance 100%, and it did. It's definitely not a fight I'll be rewatching, but I guess depending how you want to interpret it, it's a good win for Conor Benn. It's a former world champion. It's a southpaw. He's not beaten a southpaw since Chris Van Heerden. And he'll move on to bigger and better things. And I'll tell you what, that can't be a $15 million fight. There's no way Dana White has blown his load and paid $15 million to acquire Conor Benn's services for one fight. And that one fight is against a washed up super lightweight. Surely there has to be a bigger picture. I've seen his manager talking about a Ryan Garcia fight, but how's that going to work if he's with Zuffa? Ryan Garcia's got the WBC belt. We all know the story there. I don't need to go on about it again. I've done it to death. Don't understand how that fight's going to be made. You've got Shakur Stevenson. You've got Devin Haney. Listen, Conor Benn ain't beating them. Conor Benn could go into the ring with an AK-47 and I'd still pick Shakur Stevenson to beat him. So I don't really know where Conor Benn goes. The Lewis Crocker fight was there for him. That was winnable. You got Jack Catterall. I don't think Conor Benn's stupid enough to fight Jack Catterall. So I'm not sure. Maybe, ironically enough, his career is going to follow a similar path to Chris Eubank's, where it's not necessarily about fighting for the world titles, although you might say it is. It's more just maximising your earnings, playing that villain role well, drawing people in to watch you, albeit most people are tuning in to watch you lose, but either way, it's eyes on you and it's more money in your pocket. I think that is the move now for Conor Benn, because if he was serious about world titles, he was offered the Crocker fight. He could have probably fought Devin Haney if he really wanted to. So I think Conor Benn is just chasing the bag now. And we'll see. Listen, we'll see what happens next for him. They say Ryan Garcia. I'd pick Ryan Garcia to beat Conor Benn. Ryan Garcia, I think we've all underestimated him. We forget he was a national amateur champion, and I think he'd make quite easy work of Conor Benn if he's on his A game. So we'll just touch on the fight. Like I say, it wasn't a classic. There wasn't really too much action going on in there. Conor Benn started fast, as he always does, come charging out like a bull in a china shop. Stuck it on Prograis, wobbled him early doors, to be fair, got his respect. Prograis clawed his way back into the fight. By around the 5th round, he started to have some success, but that was short-lived, that success, and Conor Benn wore him down, didn't come close to stopping Regis Prograis, and I didn't think he would really, in all truth, and he just won a decision. Prograis announced his retirement after the fight, allegedly, and I think that's probably a good decision for him. There's not much left for him to prove. He's been a great servant to the sport, two-time world champion, and he can sail off into the sunset, hopefully, if he's saved a nice bit of change up. Now, one thing we've got to mention here with Conor Benn, it's the elephant in the room. It's obvious. It's since the test. Look, let's be honest. Before that test, he was flattening people. Vargas, he got chinned. Algieri, he got chinned. Chris Van Heerden, he got splattered as well. Then, Conor Benn tested positive. He had that hiatus. He moved up to 154. He fought Peter Dobson and Orozco. Didn't come close to stopping them. Didn't come close to hurting Chris Eubank really in the first fight. And then in the second fight, as we've already been over, they dug up what remained of Chris Eubank Jr., wheeled him out to the ring, and they still couldn't even stop him. So I think it's fair to say it's a coincidence at best that since this test, Conor Benn's power seems to have vanished. Now listen, make of that what you will. But Conor Benn, since then, since the incident, we'll call it that, he's not been scoring any stoppages. And again here, you'd have probably fancied him too, really. If he was going to stop anyone, it would be a career super lightweight, fighting up at effectively super welterweight against a man who's been fighting at middleweight. You'd have thought maybe this is the fight, he gets a stoppage, we see some more of this power. But it was nowhere to be seen. Interesting, like I say. But hey, who am I to judge? Anyway, Conor Benn, he moves on. He's allegedly going to fight Ryan Garcia. What do you make of that fight? I'm interested to see what happens with the Zuffa deal now. Is it going to be extended? Because, listen, it can't just be 15 million for that. We need to start seeing more value for money with Conor Benn. He talks a good game, but he's never even won a British title. It's time for him to step up and take on some real competitive fighters with terms that aren't lopsided in his favour. Listen, get him in there with Ryan Garcia. We'll see what happens. That'd be a real acid test for Conor Benn because he's been so carefully managed so far. The Eubank fights, the Regis Prograis fights, they've all been good fights, but they've got caveats next to him. And like I say, they've been lopsided in Conor Benn's favour. But anyway, he wins. He moves on. Let's see what he does next. Let me know what you think in the comments about Conor Benn's performance against Regis Prograis. Was it underwhelming? Should he have done better? Where has his power gone in recent fights? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.